Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mel and you're on Mel Mal Mischief. I have gotten some feedback that some people like the name, and right now I have 2 commenters, so I think you should be jealous. And that's not how I wanted to lean into this video, but that's what we're doing today. So thank you for joining me today. We are continuing the Year of Doing Hard Things series today. I was inspired because my hair looks nice today, and I do think that's how I'm gonna decide when I record videos. So can't promise weekly necessarily because I do need to edit, and I did try to figure out how to make my video not a square so then I wouldn't have black bars on the side, but we're not gonna worry about that yet. We're just gonna do what we can, because what is it? Good enough is good enough. I did the finger guns again. Whatever, one day I won't do it, and we're gonna love that day. We're gonna love that. Also, I'm trying really hard not to hit the desk because I don't think y'all could hear it, but I could hear it editing, and I think that's one of the most annoying things you can hear. I'm gonna keep my hands in my pockets. If my arms look silly, that's what's happening. But what are we talking about today? What's going on in the Year of Doing Hard Things? A lot of things for a lot of people apparently, but today we're going to be talking about dental work. So dental work part 1, part 0, part all. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about dental work a lot because spoiler alert, it is a huge point of anxiety for me. I don't like it. I think it's a great profession that I'm glad people do it, but I'm not great at taking care of my teeth, or I haven't been great. I'm trying to be better. I'm doing the work. You're seeing this. We are all bearing witnessing to me doing the work. So let's just, jump into it. Actually, before we jump into it, I do have some things. I don't have a sponsor. I have 2 comments, remember? So don't get ahead of yourself. No sponsors just yet, but I wanted to first thanks for those comments on my last video. Shout out to Abhishek. I appreciate you being the first comment on my YouTube channel ever. So that's now immortalized in a video, and even if you delete your comment, I'm still gonna know, and my friends will still know, because we do appreciate your efforts. So thanks for the blessings, bro, and back at you. Now, I do want to try something new. I feel like if I do get more people to see this, because I thought only people I knew were going to see this, and I would check if I do know you, then apologies. I didn't send you the link directly, so that would be a huge surprise. But regardless, I didn't expect people to be able to see these yet. Not as in like that they can't be seen, just that I didn't think the algorithm would send them to anyone because it's the first video, and maybe that's naive of me to believe, but because people can see this, I do want to share things that I like and things that I want to shout out. And so I'm going to start my first shout out, and maybe it'll be little parts of this like series, or maybe it'll become its own videos, who knows. The world's our oyster. We're just living in it. So today's shout out and is inspired by this necklace, the necklace that I said I forgot to wear. And look, the beautiful lights are on. Hopefully they look nice when I'm editing this. Anyways, this necklace is from a small business called Loon Print. It's the Viper necklace. This is the Viper 1.0. Viper 2.0 is apparently a lot bigger. But it doesn't come in gold yet. I'm saying yet because I'm manifesting, but maybe it'll never come in gold. Either way, I love this necklace. I think it looks so cool, and it gives me a lot of confidence. So even though you can not see it very often because it keeps falling behind my cool little t-shirt, that's the shout out of today. So shout out to Loon Print. They're a great small business. Hopefully I'll remember to put a link. I'll put a little, image on the screen. Maybe I'll put it in my hand. Okay, is it there? What if it's too small? Okay, well, maybe it's there, and then now maybe it's up there, or maybe it's up there. I'm having way too much fun with this, but I think I should. So enough with a fun intro. Let's go ahead and talk about dental work, because that's what you're all here for, right? So as mentioned in my previous video, I had gotten 1 tooth removed here, And then I had to wait about a week, and I got 4 teeth removed here. 2 of which are my wisdom teeth, because I had already gotten these removed when I was like, I don't know, 18, whatever. And these did not get removed because this was a really traumatic experience. I was given the sedation medicine, and I don't know if it was a stronger dose or what. It totally knocked me out. And then I came out halfway through because of the pain. There was like twisted roots or something. All of this is to say there are good reasons for me to have some dental anxiety, and there are some less ideal reasons. But if you were curious, because I have tried to see other people who have dental anxiety, and I think it is totally fine to have dental anxiety regardless of if you have a traumatic experience or not. Obviously, because your feelings are valid and no one should invalidate those. And also, I think it can be difficult to relate to someone if their dental anxiety is brought about from other, like, issues. So either because things have happened to family members or because of media, whatever it might be, it can be a little difficult to relate to those. So hopefully you can relate to some things not going so well, and maybe how to recover from that and how to bounce back. And if dental work's been really hard for you, because it's been really hard for me, as in anytime anyone would be like, hey, when's the last time you've been to a dentist, I would completely change the subject and avoid the topic entirely. But that's not something we're doing here in the year of hard things. The year of doing hard things. I mean, I guess it's also just hard things in general, but I am doing them, so let's give myself the credit. Plenty of reason that I have the anxiety, and plenty of reason I've put off dental work. I had a lot of dental problems in college. I was going through a lot of stress. It was a lot going on, obviously. As I think most college kids have different things going on. And I had so much stress and was trying to hide it that I had at least one tooth crumble and like fall apart, and I think a second tooth also broke. And that was this side. And that's been there for, I don't know, over 8 years. A long time. So since it's been so long, it's been pretty scary, because it's like, well, if it's doing fine enough and it doesn't really hurt, then why would I change it? And the reason why is because maybe you have to, like, you know, care about your future health too. And I'm not having any major problems right now, and I'm really lucky for that. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not having dental major issues that I guess technically I couldn't put off longer, but I shouldn't. And I'm choosing to make that choice. Why did I make that choice? Kind of because of shame for letting myself down and letting other people down, and feeling like it was kind of silly to avoid doing something that is really important in your life. Like, I've gotten so used to eating just on the right side of my mouth for years now. And that's a little dramatic. And I guess that does lead to why I did have some dental work done 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't know. When I got that dental work done, it was because I was having excruciating pain here, and it needed a root canal. It was bad. It was really bad. And the pain wouldn't stop. I was taking pain medicine all the time. I do have a really bad knack for, I can handle decent pain for most things, but when it comes to dental pain, it does get into my brain that it'll never end. And like logically, even while I'm experiencing it, I'm like, this will end. This is not normal. This is fine. You will get back to normal. But the pain, it's not like the sharpest pain or whatever, because those are like easier because they go up and down in pain levels. But it's the constant, ever present, like slightly numbing pain that really just mentally breaks me. So I was experiencing that. I went and got a root canal and got, I guess a crown. I don't know if it counts, whatever that is, for the kind of tooth replacement. And I've been operating off of that up until late January when I started to, I'm trying, y'all. This is the year of doing hard things. And I have been trying to invest in myself and in my future, and I was getting into fiber, and I was like fiber supplements and probiotics because my stomach stuff has not always been the best. So I started doing like gummy vitamins, and yeah, the gummy vitamin just like ripped it out, and I'm so sorry, but I just like kind of boop. It actually started the night before with a Thin Mint, a Girl Scout cookie Thin Mint. And that's really rough because like those cookies are pretty good. It broke my tooth, and that was the side I've been eating with for years now. So I panicked, and I was like, I had already had plans to go to a dentist this year, but I was thinking maybe June, maybe August. Oh, how nice would it be to go to a dentist in September? Maybe it end up being next year. Who knows? But like thinking about it was the first step on doing it. And I had researched different dentists. And if you want to know how to like look for dentists, I can talk about that in another video if you would like. Because I'll probably combine that with how to look for a doctor. And that's another thing I've got to do this year. So maybe that can be its own video. We'll see. I decided, okay, great. Let me go to a dentist for anxiety. I found this dentist, and they're really great and really helpful. And they outlined not a full plan, just like first parts of a plan. And wow, so different from previous experiences. Previous experiences, they were like, yeah, you're just like, they didn't say you're bad and you're doing poorly, but like more or less that's kind of what they meant. And it definitely felt like some of those practices just felt like, hey, you're a $ machine because you're so broken. And so I didn't like going there, and I would only go there and multiple different places, not there as in a singular place, but there as in different practices that would treat me the same way. I would go for the emergency help I needed, and then I would not go back because I couldn't trust them, because they'd do a cleaning and it would hurt really bad, or they'd do, other things and it just wouldn't be okay, and they'd just outline a crazy plan, and they'd always want to whiten my teeth, and I don't know, I'm gonna keep drinking sodas and coffees and other things that are just not good for my teeth. And this is the first place that doesn't ask me to just completely upend my life to have good teeth. They're just like, hey, you have to brush twice a day. You actually have to do that. You have to floss. You have to use mouthwash because just to be safe. Your mouth is, an ecosystem. You should take care of it. And it finally felt like being talked to as a person with feelings versus just a money bag. So I hope you can find a place like that too, which is one part that made it really helpful to not get over my dental anxiety. I still have dental anxiety, and I do have they can do sedation at this dentist. And oh my gosh, it's really helpful. I mean, it's not the same level of sedation I had for the wisdom teeth removal, but which is good because I don't go under, I don't fall asleep, and I'm present and I'm able to ask questions, and it just really changes the experience. So viewer, I hope you have something like that because you deserve it. And good enough is good enough. And if you find a dentist at all and you keep going, that's stellar. Honestly, more than I could do for a long time. So I'm proud of you if you've done that. And if you haven't done that, I'm also proud of you because you're even watching this video. And that means you're on a journey, and that's the first step, and that's progress. And that's crazy. Look at you. Look at you. Look at me. Look at me. I'm making progress too. I guess if you want to know what happens with extractions, because goodness, I hope no one else has to go through this, but obviously you do. I also had extractions earlier in life because my canine teeth were growing over my other canine teeth, which was weird. I don't know why that was happening, but I got those removed as well. That process I don't really remember as well. It was very anxiety inducing. So also if there are people that are going through that process, I'll say that this is slightly different, but I do think similar enough to where hopefully this can help ease your anxiety, because I am assuming that most people that are here might just be either because they love hearing me talk or because they're anxious dental people, or dentists. But if you're a dentist, please be nice. Anyways, but feel free to sound off in the comments, because that's engagement, and you know what? Love a little bit of engagement. So what are dental extractions? That's when they take out your tooth. And I'm sure you probably knew that. But how do they take out your tooth? Well, my dentist explained it as, have you heard of a fence post and how they take those out? And I was like, this is not where I thought we'd start with an analogy or metaphor, but sure. I don't know how a fence post is taken out. What are you talking about? So this is helpful, I guess, if you need to remove a fence or you're getting your tooth extracted. But basically, they take your tooth and they wiggle it out. Like how you would when you were losing a tooth as a child. They wiggle it out. They boop, 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 and then it boop, they pop it out. Obviously it's a little more in depth than that, but that's how she explained it to me. And I will say, reassuring, nice to hear. A little crazy, but also it means, I don't know why, but I thought they'd take like scalpels and like cut out your teeth. I don't know. Obviously I'm not very educated when it comes to dentistry. So, and knowledge is power, and knowledge helps you not be so anxious. So hopefully this is helpful, even though I kind of keep going off on tangents. And I have an outline. I literally put an outline on a notepad sheet just so I could like see it while I'm like doing this video, and I'm not sticking to it very well, and this video is going to be longer, and we'll see who all watches it. But I appreciate you being here this long if you're still here. They removed the tooth. It's pretty easy. She did it pretty quickly. It was kind of crazy, and it kind of makes me feel weird of like, is it really that easy just to take teeth out? Like, could that just happen? Not like could it just happen, but could it just happen? You know what I mean? So that's how the tooth extraction process works. I've already outlined all of my feelings. That was in that was next in my outline. I jumped around. That's fine. We're along for the journey. You're here, you're making progress. I'm here, I'm making progress, and we're both having a great time. And if you're not, I don't know, sound off in the comments. So so that's the actual experience. Now the experience afterwards, and why I mentioned the whole mind-numbing pain and everything, is that with both extractions, basically, and I'm not going to give exact timelines because I don't remember, and because every mouth is different, and your dentist will tell you what is, I don't know, general best practices, but also what applies to you, hopefully. But in my experience so far, and knock on wood, except I'm not going to knock on anything because, as I mentioned, the sound annoys me. But I will say that the pain first starts out when they tell you to take whatever pain management they tell you to take. Do that as they prescribe or give or recommend. As you're doing that, you'll feel okay. Like, it won't feel too bad. I mean, you won't really be able to eat a lot of things. You're supposed to eat soft things, or, you know, it changed my diet a lot. Not very excited about it. Had a lot of pancakes. That was cool. Had a lot of smoothies and milkshakes. Also cool. You're not allowed to have straws. That's kind of lame. Also, things can be really hard to eat, especially when you start healing. all of that is, you know, par for the course. That's recovery, just like with most surgeries. But the part that I am not strongest for, and I do think I should warn people about, and maybe this is only personal, and maybe this won't happen to you, and if it doesn't happen to you, heck yeah, that's great. But as you're like weaning off the pain pills or whatever you're taking, and you're starting to recover, I think for both of my like experiences, I have had a day where it would get better and get better, and I'd be like, great, progress is linear. Which, spoiler alert, progress is not linear, as they always tell you. And wow, isn't that rude? But it feels like, great, it's getting better. Tomorrow might not even hurt. That tomorrow is like just nothing but pain. Not nothing but pain, that's melodramatic, but it is more painful, and you're not out of the woods yet, and that's okay, and it does go away, and it does get better. But as I'm talking about this, I get anxious that it's gonna come back, but it hasn't. I haven't taken any of the like pain management since like early this morning, and I'll probably just take some at night. But oh boy, it does hit you, and it does make you wonder, should I have really done this? I could have just kept surviving. But again, you know, good enough is good enough. Doing what you can for yourself is ideal, and survival is great, but it's not thriving. And so I'd rather you thrive than survive if we can help it. But I'll just say it's really hurtful. It really hurts. And so just mentally prepare. It will go away. It will get better. It will not last forever if you have the same problems I do. With like thinking it'll be like this forever. It won't be. But that doesn't mean it won't feel like it at the moment. So hopefully this is helpful to like know and have this guidance. And if you have questions, I am more than happy to answer in the comments. Not that I think I will have the most helpful answers, but if you just want someone to commiserate with you, I guess that's also an option. I guess, just as I've said a couple times, gauge, good enough is good enough. Literally, I have to keep my hands in my pocket so I don't do the finger guns, but I did it. So pop off in the comments. I'm really saying too much about the comments. I'm just so excited. I didn't think I'd get like comments at all. So you know, it has a big impact on me. I really appreciate it. And I said this in the last video, and I'm gonna say it again just because I think it's really important, and maybe I should have led with it. But even if you have shame around your teeth, or fear, or think you're a monster because you haven't been taking care of them, oh my gosh, you're not alone. And some dentists will treat you like that. And I am so sorry that you're going to experience that, or that you even have the chance to experience that. I wish that weren't the case at all. I don't know why those people go into dentistry if they only want to work with perfect mouths. Like, I don't know, go into like whatever perfect mouth club there is. I don't know. But regardless of that, you're still a person that is worth effort and worth care and worth love. And no matter how much shame there is, or how much fear you have, or how much anxiety is overriding you, as long as you're making some sort of progress, that's amazing. And I'm really proud of you. And I think that you know, it isn't easy, and anyone who tries to play it off as it is, they've got other problems. Okay, there's something that they can't do that you can do that seems easy to you, and unfortunately it's not always so clear and evident. But just know that you don't have to feel so bad about yourself, and that as long as you keep trying, that's all that matters, because good enough is good enough, and making the effort is all that really matters, because if we all make a little more effort, the world just gets a little bit better. So yeah, that's all the stuff I had to say about dental work. My goodness, I'm looking at how long I've been recording this. Maybe I actually have to cut things in this video. We'll see. But I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. If it hasn't been, I hope you enjoyed it regardless, as much as you can. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because we're going classic YouTube style. And you know what? I missed my time then because I was afraid, and we're not doing that anymore. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you want. I'm not stuck to a regular schedule right now, so you know, who knows when the next upload will be. You gotta catch it while you can, hot off the presses. So I don't know. Thanks again for being here. Again, my name is Mel. You're watching Mel Mischief channel on YouTube or wherever else this might pop up. Who knows what the future looks like. And yeah, can't wait to see you in the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye.